Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. I'm your host, Danielle Banda, and well, we've all heard the stories of cosmetic surgery gone wrong, but luckily there's a place in Edinburgh that has some important tips and things to keep in mind in order to avoid getting botched. The Med Spa at RGV Cosmetic Surgery and Vein Care is the premier medical spa in the Rio Grande Valley, and they're one of the only medical spas in our area affiliated with a dedicated board-certified cosmetic surgeon and, of course, a qualified nurse practitioner. And let me tell you, that is so important. So their certified nurse injector, Laura Lynn Navarro, really knows the value of taking your time to pick out a good doctor and a procedure. And she's got some great information to help you in your cosmetic journey. Go ahead and check out this week's safety check and see what she's got to say.
So I work in the med spa, and the best way to explain my job and what I do is have a lot of fun. I get to meet patients and address their concerns, what their goals are, and I really try to come from the approach where it's like I want to stay more natural and just give them that confidence. I think it's different sometimes when a patient talks to me, they usually have a backstory about why they're sitting there in that chair with me. And it's good to know where they work, what their goals are, what their time frame, their budget, all of that I go over, but it's basically I have all these fun tools like lasers, injectables, Botox, fillers, microneedling, radio frequency, and so every patient has a unique treatment plan. The biggest thing that I see when a patient comes in from like a botched job or unrealistic goals or unsatisfactory results from someplace else, even if it's the same exact treatment or service, like, oh, I got Botox here, but it was horrible, or I'll never do it again, is usually miseducated. People don't take the time to sit and get to know that person and be realistic about what their expectations should be. So they end up leaving that place like if they wasted money, if their results weren't met, if they were just more like a sell versus like, you know, an actual experience. So that's what I was telling the doctor, that a lot of times I like to give patients an experience, not just a service. I want them to get the best goal, and I want them to know what they're putting in their face, what we're gonna do, how we're gonna achieve it. And it's pretty sad to see that some people don't even know what Botox does, and some people have been doing it for years, and it's their face. So I will sit there and explain to them in the best way that I think that they'll understand, so that they can understand that it lasts a certain amount of time, so that they can understand that they need a certain amount of medication to get the results that they're wanting. And in the end, they're happy with the results. They know what to expect. They know when to start to see the results happen. And so I kind of give them like a little playbook of what to expect, so they're more confident when they leave from the office. But I always have a saying, bad business is bad business for everyone. So if a patient were to have had fillers with somebody else in another spa and their experience was horrible, I literally had a patient tell me it's taken 2 years to even walk into another med spa. So for me, that's pretty traumatic, that you wouldn't even want to go or walk into a place for 2 years to see if somebody could give you a good experience. So my job is to educate that person, again, see what their goals are, because sometimes they think they need Botox because their friend is doing it, but they really don't need it. Maybe they might need fillers, maybe they might need something less invasive. So I have the tools to start with something as simple and non-invasive as like a microdermabrasion to something more minimally invasive, you know, like really getting into the skin and causing trauma to the skin if they're ready for that. So sometimes it takes baby steps, and sometimes people are ready for a little bit bigger treatments with better results. A lot of people sometimes say like, oh, you work a lot, but I don't feel like I'm working. I love my job. I feel like my job is so fun. And even last night, I was here pretty late with some of really good friends of mine that actually came in, and it was just, as tired as I was, just their energy of how, you know, they came in and they didn't even want pictures, before pictures. And then once I did what we did, they just had this confidence and they were like, yes, take pictures. I even kind of made fun of her because I was like, you're pivoting your toe. Like, she became a little bit more extra at the end of the service. So I see that confidence in them, and it radiates onto me. So I love when patients leave more confident in themselves, and I know that they're going to be back, and I know that I've gained like a client for life, like long term, because now they trust my opinion and my skills. I've been in this field for over 10 years, and I have been able to experience different places, not just here in the Valley, but even out of state. And I would have to say that this is one of the best places that you can come and get your services. Not only do we think medically, but we also I have like a big team behind me that supports me and helps me, gives me second opinions, helps me feel confident in the treatment that I think that patient would best be served by. So if you're honestly looking about investing in your face and your look, I would recommend that you come by and take a little bit of time out of your day just to get to meet us and see if we fit you, because the best thing that you can do towards your face is invest your money in real treatments and real results with people who really know what they're doing.
Again, it's so important to take your time and make an informed decision ahead of time, so that way you can avoid a bad outcome. After all, you only get one body, right? Well, the great thing is that the med spa at RGV Cosmetic Surgery and Vein Care integrates spa and aesthetic treatments along with advanced medical equipment to provide you with a soothing, relaxing environment so that you don't have to be nervous at all. By offering services for almost every part of the body, their team is sure to help you find the right procedure. If you'd like more information or to book a consultation, then feel free to drop by their team's office in Edinburgh or Brownsville. For your convenience, they've even got an office, again, in Brownsville, so that they're welcoming, and it's great for you to drop on by. They'd love to see you.